So Sheffield Wednesday have been linked with a defender over the weekend. Let's talk about him. It seems like today we'll be talking about defenders. Iorfa video is up. Do you want him to stay or not? Please let me know in that video. But we are going to be talking about a defender that's been linked with us over the weekend. Before we get into it though, like, share and subscribe. I much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm. Sharing gets in front of people's faces. And subscribing lets me know you like the channel. And it's also free. So it doesn't cost you a penny. We're on the road to 4K. We are 200 more subs left to go, and we're smashing out of the park, everyone. So thank you very much. We'll get there. We will get there. It's going to be a long, busy summer. One I'm definitely looking forward to. It's already been a long, busy summer. What am I on about? But we're going to be talking about a defender we got linked with who is currently at Rotherham United, which is Cameron Humphreys. Now, we know we want to bring in another defender either way, because if you actually look at what we got in defence, it's not great. I won't lie. Our depth is looking very poor in that department, and it's something we need to really do, especially if we're going to be having the likes of, say, Bernard and Palmer possibly moving on. We need to make sure we got the cover. Now, he played for Rotherham last season. Yes, he was in a relegation squad, but you're going to see what there is around and get there. Now, apparently, we're not the only ones looking at him, though. Millwall, Queen Park Rangers and Swansea have all been linked with him, and it'll be interesting how much money they want for him, because on transfer marketplace, take it with a grain of salt, because it is what it is. I believe they want, I think it's 900k it's worth on transfer marketplace, but he's only got a year left on his current deal, and he's the kind of player you could probably see them selling to like make room for someone else. Now, he has been a good player for them last season. He played 27 times, but he only managed to win only 2 of the 21 league games during his time because he had a hamstring injury. Here comes the typical people going for Wednesday. Oh, he got an injury. He's perfect for Wednesday. Let's get him in. Granted, I understand it. I get it. It's not what you want to hear, but that is the reality. He had a hamstring injury, and that happens at football. Now, you got to remember the last 2 people we got from Rotherham were Michael Smith and Michael Whitway, and they did pretty well. But it'll be interesting to see what happened with it, because I do think this is a position that we haven't spoke about or had not many people linked with, because when you actually look at our defence, you've got Liam Palmer, you've got Bambo, you've got Michael Owitway, you've got Paul, you've got Akin, and then you've got Gwillier and Maltby. That's it. That is your defence, because I'm not counting Iorfa or Bernard. We don't know if they're going to be here next season. So in defence, we are very lacking. Oh, and Sam Reid. I forgot about Sam Reid. We are very lacking indeed. It's very similar to what you look at the midfield. If Volks is going, Byers has already gone. That league with Barry Bannon and Marvin Johnson as your out-and-out midfielders. And then if you look at, like, attacking, we're very, very stacked. You've got Windass, you've got Wilkes, you've got Patterson, you've got Smith, you've got Gassama, Kadamatri and Masaba. You've got all them in that position. So that's one of those interesting ones where if you take away the loans we had, which are Fletcher, Pervader and Ugbo, up top, you've actually got quite a bit going. But again, Josh Windass is the one. If you take Josh Windass out of that as well, because we don't know if he's signing, that just leaves you with Wilkes, Patterson, Smith, Gassama, Masaba, and Kadamatri. So it can be about squad depth as well, getting players in. If we don't have some of the players who are currently having deals spoke to about. But defence is something that we're going to have to look very carefully at, because you got to think it with goalkeeping. We know Dawson's going, and Pierce Charles have got a long contract. There's rumours that Hamer coming in, and then you've got James Beadle is apparently meant to be coming in as well. And with that, you've got to take it with a grain of salt. The kind of deals will get done either quickly or they'll take a bit of time. I think this one would be a quick deal if it got done. If you look at the teams who are involved for him, i.e., what is it? What was it? Millwall, QPR, Swansea. If you're not wanting to move and you're not wanting to have the upheaval of having to move from where you live, Wednesday makes more sense, kind of thing. Because 2 of them you would have to go back down south, and 1 of them you're going to Wales. Now here's the thing. Well, here's the thing with it. He's from the Man City Academy originally, so that's some good pedigree. When you think about it, he was at the Man City Academy. He was born in Manchester as well. When he was at Manchester, he had a couple of loan spells out, and then in 2022 he moved to Rotherham. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there, because I think when you get players who are that ability and stuff, and you've got to think of something as well. If he's from Man City's academy, he will know how to play out from the back. It's just the thing that will have been ingrained into him when he was a kid, that we pass this ball out from the back. And if that's something we're going to do, granted, I know people don't like it and they're going to be like,
don't pass it out from the back, we're not very good at it.
If you have a pre-season for it, it might be better utilised this time. So it's one to look at, because rather than going down, they've already signed, I think signed like 6 players, 7 players. They've been ridiculous in their rebuild. So they will want to move things out as well, because they'll have to make room for certain players coming in terms of money and wages. So Cameron Humphreys be skeptical about it, and that's not how you say that word, I know. But it's one that we have been linked at, and just think of it in one sense of going, it's a player that knows how to play out from the back, and if that's what we're going to be doing, you want to maybe go into that a little bit more. Again, I think he's only 25, so it's that in-between age that we've been saying that needs to come in. We've said that 25 to 26 is about the sweet spot in age of footballer to bring in as new transfers this season. And if you're wanting to bring the squad down and have a bit more energy. So I think that's something to throw into it as well. But we do need centre-backs. This goes on with the video that I did about Iorfa this morning at about 10. So please go give this a watch. And also I'm going to do a short later on the Wednesday shirt, because I've got a theory. And I won't go into it yet, but I have a theory coming up. So bear with me on that one. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But Cameron Humphreys, is it someone we could realistically get in? Is it someone you probably say, no, you're going down with relegated squad? I know people will think that way. But let's see what happens. If this is who Danny wants, and Danny wants to be in, then great. Again, it's all transfer speculation. It could be a fart in a glass. So, yeah. Let's go from there.